Hi, Jeff. Yes, I have a story to tell that should be unusual, but it actually happens more often than you think. And it has to do with what I call property type confusion. So here's the story. I was referred to a prospective buyer by an agent to pre-qualify her to buy a condo. I had heard of the name of the development before, couldn't recall if I'd made a loan in there, and I'd asked for the address. I looked up the listing, and sure enough, it was being marketed as a condo. And that was a concern because the development was well known for pretty high activity with short term rental. And that could be an issue because the federal agencies, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, frown on condo developments that offer short term rentals less than 30 days. They're typically ineligible. So that would require the buyer to get what we call non conforming financing. In fact, financing for what we call condotels, which of course the issue there is it's going to be as a non-conforming program, it's going to have a higher rate and usually a little bit higher lender fee. But when I took a look more closely at the property, what I realized is that it was maybe not a condo. The reason I thought that was I looked at the legal description. The legal description looked to me to be for a PUD, what we call a planned unit development. That's a single family home. Usually, when it's in a gated community, it's considered a PUD, planned unit development. When I looked at the legal description for this condo, it had a lot and track verbiage in the legal description. That's usually a clue that it's not a condo. Condominium legal descriptions usually will have some verbiage about having a fractional percentage of ownership of the common areas. This didn't have that. So I first went to the buyer's agent, who then went to the listing agent because I was challenging the property type. Sure enough, they come back and we determined, in fact, it was an attached PUD. Why was that important? Well, because it's a PUD, we were able to bypass all the condominium documents we would normally have to get, including a condo questionnaire where questions about short-term rental income would come up. Well, when it's a PUD, the agencies, Fannie, Freddie, don't care about it. We don't have to get that documentation because it's not a condo. The benefit to the buyer, the borrower, I was able to offer about an interest rate about 1.25% below what it would have been if it was a condotel. So the outcome turned out to be very beneficial to who ended up being my client, the borrower, simply because I took the extra step to take a look at the legal description and make sure we had the right property type before we started arranging the loan. And believe it or not, this does happen more often than you think. I've seen listings more than once and sometimes several times where the property is being marketed at a condo when it actually is a PUD or an attached PUD. So people should always keep that in mind because it can make a big difference in your financing terms. My name is Art Alvarez with Mortgage Works, where we have the answers and they're on the house. So long, take care.